Hello folks, welcome to Harrison Lego Minifigures and Accessories. And yes, one of the things I wanted to show was this book, Make Your Own Movie. That's right, make your own Lego movie. And I already tested this out. I've got 2 movies so far as of the recording of this video onto the YouTube. I plan to do a little more. It just takes time and, when I'm able to, after Christmas, to do more of the space. But anyway, I wanted to show this off because I think it's cool. It comes. I have the pieces. It does come with all this, which is really cool. So it gets you started. And if you have Lego, just use your other Lego. But this is kind of cool for ideas. Even if you're already doing it, sometimes it's nice. I have video books, even if I do video, because they'll show you techniques and stuff, and you could try to implement them and figure it out too. But here you are. This is what it is. So it's very cool. It comes with some of this, but you may want to get a base plate, an actual base plate. That's what I'll recommend. But before we get totally started, please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and leave a like on this video. And hit the bell notification if you're on YouTube. And if you're on Rumble, please don't forget to follow Sarah as well. Hit the like and comment section. It'll be much appreciated. Thank you so much for following this channel. Let's get going. Let's get looking at this book. So, make your own movies. You could use your phone or camera. You just take pictures, and you could put them all together. So, I haven't tried my phone yet. It'll teach you some stuff. So, this is what it looks like. You get 6 fold out backgrounds and stuff like that. The backgrounds, I wish they would sell more backgrounds separately and stuff like that. Maybe I could find out. Maybe I could look it up and find a book of backgrounds that will do it. But other than that, it's cool. You have let's get focused in here. You got your 6 heads. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heads. My mistake. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies. Okay, and you can mismatch, which is really nice for your movie. Then you have, this is just to get you started, props and scenery. So you got and I have all these in a bag. Okay, and I may have to mess with those. That'd be kind of fun. But anyway, let's get started. Let's look at the back of the book. Let's get started in the back. See, so there you go. And look at it. It'll show. There's a thing that will show you. You can make sort of your own tripod, I guess. Official Lego minifigure and props included. And there you go. It shows you some of the things. Here's your background, and then here's the lamp. Okay, so really cool. I really like it. I had to buy the big gray base plate. We'll see what the other ones. I couldn't get huge white base plates, but I did get a few other colored base plates to see if I could do, if I want to do a snow scene or something like that. But it looks cool overall. Make 10 steps. Make 10 steps by steps. Mini movies with Lego bricks and minifigures. Real animation approved ideas and inspired for lighting, scenery, sound effects, and camera angles. There you go. You can get sound effects now. They're kind of free. I actually had the disc. A friend of mine a long time ago bought them, and I think I downloaded most of it. I may need to go through and do that again, where I had sound effects for doing videos and stuff. And it's good. I have an external hard drive. That's my recommendation. So for not necessarily, maybe for your Lego movie too. If you're just trying to build, you may want to actually put the name of the movie and then just put different scenes. But for if you want to build, For also sound effects. So you have specific sound effects and stuff. Yeah, and it's easier. You learn about that when you make videos of any kind. So anyway, that's easier, especially if you have shows and stuff that you're doing backgrounds and stuff for. Anyway, let's get into the book. That's just my tip right there. But we're here to see the book, Make Your Own Movie, by the editors of Klutz. That's how I'm going to call them that. I may be wrong. Klutz. Okay. But here you go. This is what you're going to look into right there. See? You got to look like he's directing and stuff. There you go. And then, see, so your table of contents, what's in here, what to expect. Pick this book up for yourself. You'll enjoy it. Make your own movies. You could look on YouTube now. Maybe you get ideas for backgrounds and stuff. But it's kind of nice sometimes to have this type of stuff, because you can see down the bottom it includes backgrounds. We'll go look at some of them, and then here's your stuff, right? This is what you get. Okay. Book. Okay, there you go. And then here you go. And let's continue moving forward. And so yeah, and they just look. It looks like Lego's making their own movies and stuff. Like you can see camera there. That would be the picture camera. They're just taking taking pictures and making their own little movies, which actually is kind of cool. I like it. And then you can see here it's set, and there's a phone. Over here they're using a picture camera. Over there they're using a phone. So they're just kind of. It's really cool. An extra light would not be bad for me though. On that one, I might have to figure that one out. Okay. Moving forward. It's just how animation works. They talk about it. You know, they show you, take a photo of a scene, and then you move the character a little bit over, take another photo, move a little over again, take a photo, move them again, and repeat, right, again and again. Now, you can either do over again depending on if he's going somewhere, or if you're just doing the scene, you take a few pictures of a scene because the scenery may not change too much, and then you could just keep repeating. You could just do a repeat thing without having to. Unless he's going somewhere, and sometimes you can repeat it for a bit and then have him like he's going somewhere. So it depends on your space too. Like in my small space, I'd have to do it differently. But this is what I plan to use to make basic, and you just make basic animations. It's fine if you make basic animations. I love it. I plan to do a little more. I did it when I started out long ago before books like this were written. It's on iHome Entertainment. That's where I have some of my first Lego animations, where I was doing it way before I knew about it, So I forget. I probably had heard it from someone. It wasn't YouTube, I don't think, at the time. I may have heard it from someone, or I may have heard how it was done at one point, but I ended up figuring it out, and it was trial and error for me. So it still kind of is, but hey, at least with this book, you get a better help with that. And I'd say, so you could kind of see, you could probably look at different city scenes, space scenes, medieval. My movie is too slow, or your movie's too. This book will help you with all that stuff. So we're gonna kind of go through a little bit. We don't want to stop at everything. Oh, they teach you how to build. Like you could build stuff for, I guess, put your backgrounds or. Well, there's tests. I forget about that. There's test pages in here, so you can take a picture of the picture, and then you kind of put together to test your movie before you do an actual movie with the software or something like that. So you see what you want to do, and then they have good to know stuff, and then of course we'll get to those pictures later. And then you have this brick in the wild. I guess you could have bricks that kind of move. Look at. So they'll show you step by step on how. I have tripod like that. I do have tripod somewhere like that. Maybe in a case. But I also have another tripod that doesn't bend on all the sections. That's also more solid. That's like that too, which I'm using right now. Anyway, that's the other thing. Look at little tripods. I also would look at kits to see, if you're using your phone, look at kits for your phone, because sometimes they'll come with, or add stuff to your car so you have different tripods, and don't be afraid to. I'm recently looking at, because I'm doing shorts, and you'll see, maybe you may see some shorts. I think you do. There's a few shorts on the Lego channel right now, as there are. So it's nice if you have a phone. This phone is so great. When I first started filming, we weren't using phones. I mean, you took pictures, maybe take video, but it wasn't exactly. But I remember just taking mostly pictures when they were, it was a cool thing back then. But if you wanted to make video, you had to have a video camera. If you did pictures, you had to have a picture camera. Now you can, the two are blurred. So there you go. But it's not a bad thing, because that means more people could still build YouTube channels. Just actually pretty sweet, to be honest. But here you go. Or even just a console now. It's amazing how many little shorts you can create, even if you don't talk in them or create. You just create little shorts, and you could get started that way. It's amazing how easy it is now. Where it used to be, you had to have computer editing and all this other stuff. Now it's a lot easier. But it's great. It's awesome. That means people can make movies. And here you go. It shows you time-lapse build of, and then it spells out movie. And yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Now, I think there's a reason why I stopped myself, because I think now this one they're just doing this, but someone had one on wheels. That's probably why I stopped myself, because you could build one. I saw someone build one similar to this, but on wheels, and so they can move it like it was a rolling camera. And there you go. This is what I'm talking about. Walk, circle. So you walk. But if you have a small space, now some people can make their characters walk for a long time. They have like this huge wall. If you only have like, let's say that gray base plate, which is pretty much what I do. You don't have much bigger than that gray base plate, and these small backgrounds, which are big enough for the movies, by the way, but they're smaller. You can, you just walk to a certain place and then just keep repeating the walk. If they need to feel like they're walking for a while, okay? That depends on what you're doing, but there you go. So you just take these pictures, and then once you get, let's say 9, let's use as an example 9 pictures. Once you complete your walking, like let's say they walk from the beginning of frame to like out of frame, pretty much. Then you just kind of repeat that like they're continuing walking. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just in editing. So anyway, and here you go. Here's you read the book for yourself too. That's why I say get this book, because you'll have tips. Watch other people. There's some people who have big areas, and man, they could do a lot of animations. And there's some people who just have small areas, and they'll make little movies and stuff like that. Which that's what I am doing. Okay. So yeah, there's all kind, like you could get in. I mean, you gotta do it. That's the part of the thing with even making videos like this. You just gotta do it and learn. Okay, this is how I could do this. This is the lighting. This is like even for this. Like this is, I had to play with the lighting. So especially if you don't have a permanent setup. A permanent setup is really awesome because it's already ready, and I wish I could even for animation, because then you can mess with the lighting a little bit better. So okay, so then you could adding sound and stuff. Now it depends on what software you use. But that's going to have an effect. But yeah, it's minifigure versus banana. I mean, it's funny. Okay. I could talk about this all day, guys. I love making videos. I really do. So, but we need to continue. Dance it out. So there, like, I guess you could do, they'll tell you, like, you could do dancing stuff. And with your Lego. That's actually kind of cool. I'll have to figure that. I may have to figure some of that out. Magic closet. There's all this stuff. Now, I bought another book. They do photography. I'll show you that later. That has backgrounds too. So, and it's for pictures, but I'm gonna use it for movies because of the backgrounds and stuff. And I could use that for pictures too if I decide to do more with pictures. Here you go. My brick life. Okay. My life in bricks, I guess, yeah. And so, first record the sound, follow the script on the next page. They'll tell you stuff, and then okay, this is a thing. When you get to these things, you can write in this book, but you may want to use these. So what I would do is either photocopy this to use as your own, or find something similar to this and copy off the line, and then just make photocopies of it so that you can write your name or make your own layout following similar ideas. Maybe it's different, and then you can write things out and stuff. So if you mess up and stuff, here you go. Look at this. Oh wow. Okay, here's a super simple way to add superpower to your minifigure. Trick is that everything is, anyway, everything's shot flat. So tricks, shots, things like that, so you can make your minifigure look like they're Superman and they're flying through, even though they're actually, that would be cool. Okay, I gotta try that because I got Spider-Man. I got a few Spider-Man minifigures. I gotta try that. That's gonna be cool. Okay. See, I'm learning stuff, man. Look at, and then here's this, and then here's the scene. Look at like where they're driving on the road and stuff like that, and they're using, I gotta play with some of this stuff. See, that's the thing. That's what's cool about this book. You kind of look at it and you're like, oh, okay, I could do this. Okay, so here you go. So I have to figure out about more playing with stuff, but there you are. There's what you look like. That's what's awesome. I mean, you just gotta. There's cool stuff. You just gotta read the book, buy the book. That's my recommendation, and do it. If you're already doing it, great. Here you go. They're doing like a movie on a movie set. It's telling a good story. Yep. Sometimes it's sometimes even if it's silent and stuff, it could vary. It depends on the story. Everybody's different. You're never gonna have everybody love everything you do. But the whole point is to have fun doing it, whether people like it or not. It's for your experience and stuff like that. And everybody has a way of telling something differently. Neighborhood, and I guess neighborhood settings, neighborhood, ocean, faraway planet, and local park or something like that. I know there's more. I'll have to show you guys some of them. And then here's the Great Capper, I guess. So they have put scenes, settings. They're trying to get you into writing your stuff. You don't have to. You can just. I've done just where I just make just for them to move and stuff. I think I did a couple stories one time. That was on iHome Entertainment, but I'll have to do that again. It'll take some time. And then here's your finish this storyboard, and you can finish your own storyboards, and then come up with your own. I think there's a way to print them off online for free, where you can get this type of stuff, so you can actually write a storyboard of what each scene is and stuff like that. I remember that I had a book on just even regular videos. I have several books, and one of them was big on storyboard and stuff. And not everything can be storyboarded, by the way. I sometimes you can just come up with a rough idea, like this is a topic. Make sure I make these points and this point, and the rest is kind of just go for it. Sometimes, So sometimes it's not going to always be perfect, even with shows like food review. It's just easy, So, but we're looking on this book, and they're focused, and you could just read through it. Just have fun by it. Read through it. Here you go. Sound effects. And sound effects you could probably find a lot free online. I bought CDs that had sound effects. Actually, it was my friend who bought them. I ended up with them. But you had sound effects, and you can make videos, and you can add all these cool sound effects, like door slamming, gunshots, things like that. Yeah. And you could probably collect them. Just go and see if you find some free ones, stuff like that. Collect them, add them to your movie, and you can build all the time. That's why I say get an external hard drive if you can for your computer, especially. Hopefully your parents will help you get external hard drive that's just and big enough. I would say terabyte above. I'm more comfortable with more like a 2 terabyte and above, because you want room but you want a folder. You want 2 folders. One folder for saying your movies you're gonna make. The next folder. This is my tip. The first folder, in my opinion, should be like, and you're gonna have to name it. Maybe stuff for my movies, or you're gonna have to figure out a name for yourself. And then you open that folder, make another folder for sound effects, then another folder for music, and this would be music you can use for your movies, free. So look into that. Make sure you get free music. Have your parents help you, or if you're already older, then you can figure it out that way. So you have one for sound effects, one for movies, and then you may have one for sound effects, one for music, maybe one for you'd have to create folders as you build your movies, like what you want. But then, so what's the second folder? Okay, you have your main folder for that. What's the second folder? The second folder would be, you open that folder up, it's be separate from your first folder. The second folder would be, it will actually say my movies, my Lego animations, or whatever. And then you put in that one your actual folders just for those individual movies. Like, this is the name of my movie, this is what I'm working on, I'm going to put the pictures for that movie in this folder, and then the next folder would be the same thing. That's why I said you want a bigger hard drive. And then, but like I said, your first folder, before you create the second folder, the first folder you can have your free music that is marked in that way, and then your free, and then your sound effects, and then whatever else you may need to add to that. Maybe like your script, like your storyboard stuff, so that could be added, but that could be a Word document or something. That could be added in its own folder too. So you want folders for different, so that you're organized, right? And then, so your first folder should always be stuff to help you make your movies, like your story, stuff you print out, stuff you, music, sounds, and stuff like that. Then, and in that first main folder, you have you add folders as you need it, like the music one, free, like your free music, and then the next one would be your sound effects folder. So your music sound effects don't get screwed, don't get mangled up inside. And then another folder for your printed documents that you're printing. So that example, and then so that's the first main folder. That's the first folder. And then your second folder will be your pictures for your movies, and so you put like my animation videos or something, or my animation movies, or whatever you want to call them, my Lego animations. But then the idea is you click on that folder, and that is where you put the name of your movie. Like let's say Old Lady. Let's use example Old Lady by the Fire. I would just call it that. So that's my movie. It's gonna be Old Lady by the Fire. So I make a folder within this main folder that says Old Lady by the Fire or something like that. Maybe she's telling a story, maybe whatever. But I'm gonna put my images in there for that storyboard. So I take a picture, let's say I take a few pictures that day, I put those pictures in for that, so I don't get confused with my movies. So let's say I want to make more than one movie, or like I said, I have a few. Well, then let's say I shoot scenes for that movie. Maybe I'll shoot scenes for so you can all have multiple movies going on at once. But it's a good idea. So my recommendation is have external hard drive that no one really can mess with. You can plug in a computer, especially if you have family members that you're worried that they can mess with your folders and stuff. Have an external hard drive you can plug in out. Maybe your parents can help you make sure that they mark, even if you have to put a sticker on the outside of that hard drive, say this is for your Lego animations or for your movies, and then you can upload them to YouTube, TikTok, things like that. Well, it depends on how long your movie is on TikTok, but YouTube would be more likely, and other sites like that. And if you're a kid, help your parents do it. If you're not a kid like me, then just figure it out. Just do it. And I do that with my regular shows, like this, shows like not even so much this show, because I just do it like this. I don't have a lot to plan except doing this. But for other shows, I have like my backgrounds. So I do separate with folders, and I even have music folders for just music, and I think even have one that I will have for sound effects, stuff like that. So they're separate. So I have you have your music that you can use, and then your sound effects. Anyway, let's move on. I don't need to debate it. You could figure that out. I'm just trying to give you a tip to make it easier as you plan your movies, so that you are organized. You do it your way, but I just find out it's good to be organized. But here you go. It talks about the backgrounds. You pull them out. They're a little tough to pull out, I will be honest, but hey, I did okay. And here you go. Here's more of your movie stuff. You can buy this book, man, and just get into movie making, especially during the time. Hopefully you can get it as a Christmas gift, because it will be, if you have Lego, love Lego, and even if you don't love Lego, even if you don't have Lego, some of this stuff will apply to other animations too. But I just say, just pick up this book. I want to pick up another animation book that talks with in general. So like you could, they do. I think they cover Lego. They cover other animation stuff, that's stop motion. So you get. Sometimes it's good to have a few books. But here you go. Like you can, and it does help if you have these type of Lego faces. I have to look more at my faces to see what I have. I know sometimes you just use your own Lego. See, small file easier to send. Yeah. Bigger file, more difficult to send. And it talks about share your movies and stuff like that. I do MP4. Most of my stuff is MP4, so it's usually a smaller file format and easier to upload and stuff like that. And you could do. I used to do a bigger file for some reason. I don't know why. I think it was OAV or something like that. Yeah, it used to be a bigger file, but now all mine seem to be MP4 now, which is fine. And here you go. Backgrounds and extras, and there you go. Look at and see they're showing take a picture again. You built this, it's in the book, and then here's the background. We're getting there, and these are the stuff you could tear out. I have it. I don't think I feel like I need to, and so you could test out to make your movie. To make you can make this take a picture of this and then maybe even upload it, and yeah, just it's picture of pictures. Now we get to the good stuff. Now I've already torn some of these out because I was using them. So, here you go. Now you could tell, like I said, there's, this didn't tear out properly, but, here you go. The city, neighborhood, or whatever you want to call it. And then I plan to use this one for maybe a Christmas-themed video here soon. Okay. And then you have your different, yeah, there you go. There's your different backgrounds and stuff. Like this has a little like village on the side or something, but I can see using it for other purposes. And then on the back side of this one is like Earth or something. I think I used it. I did use the one I used on that one. Let's see, what did I use? I used this one for Star Wars. Like I had a ship. I haven't done more with that. I think I have another Star Wars one I could probably try. And then I had, yeah, and then I have all that. So there you go. Then you have like ocean scene. Like this is ocean. I could see me using this. I'll figure that out. I have blue base plate, not a really large one, but there you go. Yeah, let's see. Hold on. Let's see if the camera will. There you go. There's your ocean scene. There's your, like, for dinosaurs, or you could just use it even without dinosaurs, but I think of dinosaurs when I see that one. And they just give you a few backgrounds. At least they give you something. At least it'll play enough so your movies seem different and just kind of play. If you find more backgrounds, great. I wish I could find more backgrounds like this I could tear out and stuff like that, or just buy foldable. And maybe I'll have to look for some. But there's your backgrounds. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, ocean. Oh, there's two ocean scenes. So this is oh no, there's one ocean scene, and then okay, so yeah, there's the 6 backgrounds. Okay, because they're all connected. And then here you go, storyboard. This is what I mean, storyboard template. You could tear this out, and it may be a good idea. If you do tear it out, I say make copies of it, make copies of it. So that, and then just keep this as your regular in a folder. That's another thing. Maybe make a folder to protect some of the backgrounds you tear out from your book and stuff. Make some type of folder or some type of way that it's held in there. You may not want an actual folder. You may want a zip up type of folder. I know they sell them where you could just it protects the stuff inside, and then put the backgrounds in this inside there. Anything you rip up and out inside of it, and then then you could make copies of this if you can, so you can do template. If you can't, then do it online. Then go online and find free templates for storyboarding and stuff. At least template. And I think I think in the past I've got mine online that are free, that are just easy to print out. So anyway, there you go. That's the book. That's a look at the book. I hope you guys enjoy making your movies, and you get some, like, they make other books. The next books we'll look at is this one. This is the one I have right here too, and I bought it because it also came with backgrounds, and you could do pictures and stuff. But I did buy it to do my movies. So anyway, I hope. Look, this is great. Look at this book. I hope you guys enjoyed this book. I'll shut this book. This is fun. I have other video books, and I enjoy these type of books because I like making videos, and I hope you do too as well. And so, yeah, I just get out there, make your own movies. Don't be afraid, whether they're whether they're any type of videos. It doesn't matter what it is. But I want to also, because we're focused, this is a Lego channel. Don't forget to make Lego movies. Make little short shorts. Get started somehow. You'll be amazed what people will like. And anyway, that's all I have to say. I want to really thank you so much for stopping by, watching this video. This is a passion of mine. I hope you guys enjoy this. And thank you so much for watching this. And pick this book up for yourself. Have fun. Make your own little Lego movies. It's a 100% official Lego guide to stop motion animation. There you go. That's what I forgot to say. You gotta have your guarantees, right? Anyway, have fun. Look on YouTube. There'll be ideas more than this book that may show you, I could do that. So yeah, look on YouTube too. Not for animations, even for just videos and stuff like that, and watching people even make small short films. That's cool. So anyway, just enjoy yourself. Pick it up. I want to say God bless you. Till next time. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.